All right. Good morning out there. If I have anybody out there, give me an audio check, will you? I'm trying out. We'll see. I'm not sure what I think of this. New camera. I've got a new microphone. Let me know how the audio is coming through. Hopefully, all is good in the hood. Hopefully, everybody is cooking with gas today. Right. Good morning, Zoe the cat. How am I coming through to you today? Coming through all right? Doesn't sound like I'm strangled in a corner somewhere. The marvelous bean juice. Let me look. Where am I hooked up to? Hello, hello. Anybody hear me out there? Can hear me loud and clear. All right. Audio sound all right? Playing with a different mic. So hopefully. So far, so good. As good as can be, right? And then I'm playing with a new camera. I'm not really sure. I got to play with the colors on this thing. It looks a little kind of washed out. I don't know. What do you guys think of the camera? Even pouring of the go juice is clear. That's good. See, here is the part that I like about the camera. All right, you can focus. Look at that. Something's got a little zoom control to it. A lot of zoom control to it, actually. I got to learn it. I still think, like I said, the color to me seems like it looks a little off, but I'm not sure. All right, what's everybody up to today? Let me get this out of the way. Man, I really got to get down here and clean. My office is a freaking disaster. It's blurry. Even on this, it's blurry. Yeah, let me look and see. Other than that, it's good. Seems a bit bright. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. The color just seems a little off to me. That focus, at least for this level, looks a little better. It can change it from manual to an autofocus mode. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, there's one of them down here hollering. My goofy hurt cat decided to jump the fence today. Got out of the yard, then couldn't get back in the yard. So I had to go try and play cat rescuer. Got a reprint of some of my stickers done. And then I did some new ones off of the other logo. See, look at that. I like that. That's cool. I think these are kind of neat. Something a little different. Morning, new house. How are you today? I was just talking about some of the new gear I'm playing with today and some new stickers I got in. And I need to get working on my challenge lock pins. Maybe get some more of that junk done today. Morning, rock out. How are you doing? Might be the contrast. Yeah, I know. It seems off a little bit, and I need to figure that out. And I can play with a lot of settings in it. and try and find the right ones. But that'll be the hard part, right? Let's see. I can play with exposure settings. So that's just set to an auto mode. There it kind of washes out, so I don't really think I want to mess with that. I can mess with some colors. There's an auto white balance. That, it just seems, and that's kind of one of the things that I found some people were saying about it, is that the color just seemed a little off. Oh, I don't have any idea what the heck the camera is. I don't know. Got it off of Amazon. It looked neat. There were a lot of really good reviews on it. And maybe it's better playing with, like I said, but that is one thing that I found people were saying, is that they had to play with settings and manually adjust some of the colors and things to get it down where it needed to be. Hey, that's starting to look a little better, maybe. Play with the hue. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'm not really sure that I'm necessarily tickled on the quality either. It's supposed to be a 4K camera, and it just doesn't seem as clear as I thought it should be. So I might have to look for a different camera. Return this one. The blue square next to the purple lock. This looks like it's glowing. Yeah. See, and that might be light, because I do have a light up here on the side shining down, and that could be part of my issue too, right? I might need to play with lighting. Maybe I'll just turn that off completely. Might be almost better with that light off, huh? Right? Thank you, Rockout, for that. Please do. Yeah, I almost think turning off that other light might have been better. I'm thinking about moving the light because I can attach it to the camera. Right? Good idea. Chroma test pattern, test it out. Yeah, because I think I can tweak it. It's got an awful lot of adjustment, so I think I can get there and get it better. But it just, I don't know. It looks all right. It looks all right. Well, I've got the other light source turned off because I didn't want it to be overpowering, right? And then that's kind of what it looked like it was doing. So I kick on the other light. Play with settings here. And as you can see, as I turn that up, you'll kind of see things start to wash out a bit because it's getting better. So I'm just going to turn that off completely because I think it's better without it. Yep. Oh my goodness. I don't think that's any better with or without it. I don't think I need it. I think it's good right there. I got business to do today. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Zoe. It is wonderful to have had you for while you were here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope the business isn't too rough. All right, what do we got going on? Let me know if anybody feels like hopping in, and I will throw you a link. Yeah, I think you might be right, Chuck. It might be the light source. So I turned off my other light, or maybe I could, overdo the lighting, right? Yeah, I don't know. Something more to play with, right? Something more to play with. Oh, go away. The joys of trying to do a home studio. I have not, new house. I have not. I didn't see any. There wasn't anything in the mail yesterday. Yeah. I think it's lighting. I think you're right. I just need to play with it and find the right location, the right compilation of illumination. to figure out how I want it to work. I didn't get much time to play with it beforehand. I wanted to set it up and actually give it a run and try it out. So it's kind of why I did what I did. But I think that light really seems to... See, I've got a little LED light over there. 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 How's that? Yeah, so what I've done now is I've got a ring light over here, but I had it pointed more upright, so it's just kind of reflecting down a little bit. But, part of the problem I've got too is I'm in an unfinished basement, so it's not like I exactly have anything to reflect any light or really help me out with anything. But hey, enough of that. Oh, yeah. USPS is bonkers, dude. Of course they all are. I had one that FedEx claimed was going to be here yesterday, and now all of a sudden it changed and won't be here till next week. And it's like 100 miles away from me. So no clue what those yahoos are thinking or doing. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a little better with the offset lighting. It seems a little dark in here to me, but it looks good there, so I'll have to play with it. So here is one of the things I'm going to play with a little bit today. Multi-pick. This is the Sandman Beginner Set. I've ordered up a batch of these and have them out on my shop now to try out. I'm going to be making some changes to my shop because I think I can tweak things around a little bit and get some better, do a little better on some shipping and things of that nature. But there, lovely old multi-picks. Comes with 2 hooks, 2 rakes, 3 of these lovely tension tools, which I'm not a big fan of this kind of tension tool, but a lot of that comes from being a left-hander. They just tend to want to twist out of the locks on me pretty easy. And the other one is this rake. I've been playing with it a little bit this morning. The top side of this rake, man, those are so sharp and so deep. That's just not my cup of tea. It works. I flip it over and use the back side, and I got really good luck. The lower side, I just need to learn how to use that style of a rake. Hey, that was pretty cool. I got that new time travel delivery service. That's awesome. Hey, good morning, Spontaneous Disintegration. How are you? We've just been cussing and discussing equipment and gear, and I'm playing with new toys and messing around with some multi-picks a little bit. One thing I wanted to show, I'll do a review on these later, got to give my thoughts, but here's the small case from Southern Specialties versus the case from Multi-Pick. As you can see, it's a considerably bigger case. I mean, not in the grand scheme of things, but it is. Extremely nice leather. Really impressed with it. Yeah, very, very nice case. That's funny. Yeah, it is crazy how mail routes and does its thing. For us, a lot of it either goes through Denver, Colorado, or Billings, Montana. And I actually had one package that came into Denver. It then went to Billings. It went back to Denver, went back to Billings. It did that for like a week and a half before it finally made its way to us. Just kept getting thrown in the wrong truck, dudes. This is how it works. Yeah, I'm just going to take these out. I guess so. See, this is one thing that I don't like about this style of case, personally. You pretty much have to dump everything out to get things out. And that's why I took this one and I modified it. I put a hole in it to hold the tension wrenches. So the tension wrenches don't slide down to the bottom of the case and you can't get them out. That's just a little tweak that I did. Not that there's anything wrong with the case. I just like to be able to get at my stuff a little quicker and easier. You're not a big fan of zipper, snap, and Velcro cases. So what kind of cases do you like? This is their medium zip-up case, and I absolutely love that thing. And man, it can hold so much junk. But the biggest thing I like is you zip it up. You don't have to worry about anything falling out. You have one of these snap flap cases. Depending on how your tools are sitting in there, in theory they shouldn't come out, but depending on what you put in there, they can. Had it happen. Wasn't fun. What did I do? I'm just trying to think here. If you're not a fan of any of those three, what do you like? You like a tool roll? I have one being built for me currently. Anxious to see how well that turns out. I kind of threw together what I wanted it to look like and threw it over to a relative that does leather work. And she's working away on it right now. So hopefully it will be outstanding. One thing I'll say, the finish on these multi-picks is pretty amazing. And I don't know if it's this little bit of laser etching that they did down the handles. Oh, so you like these magnetics? It's nice. I need to get one of the other ones that has the folding flaps from the side, just because it'll hold a little bit more. And I've had this style. I've actually had tension wrenches fall out of the case in a bag. So that's my only thing with that. But if I got the one with these fold-in flaps from the side and then the top, you wouldn't have to worry about things coming out. But yeah, you're right. That's a very nice case. I really like that little case. I like that you can set it up as a stand. But anyway, as I was saying on these, I don't know if it's the laser etching that they've done on this or what it is, but they feel great. They don't slip in the hand. They feel better than they should. Yeah. This small leather, the little snap pouch from them, I really like that thing just because it's small, slim, drop it in a pocket, and surprisingly, holding an awful lot of tools. And I can see that being the same thing with this one. I really been thinking about wanting to try out that, oh man, what do they call that one? Yeah, I don't remember what that one's called. It's an awfully big zip-up case that I've seen a few people have out there, but I don't remember what the heck the name of it is off the top of my head. But it looks pretty sweet. All right, who wants to hop in here and keep me company and shoot the breeze? And for a thin pick, because these are what, a 0.6? Which I think that falls in around the 20,000s, right? I believe. They feel great. Yeah, some of those aren't good for, the Sporax case. I've seen that one, or whatever they call it. I like big cases, and I cannot lie. I don't really like big cases, but I'm getting enough tools that I need a big case. Man, now I'm trying to just drive me nuts. What the heck is the name of that big case, dude? It's a big zip-up one. It's got the eyeball logo on the front of it. What's that thing called? I like big cases, and I cannot lie. Morning, Mr. Watt. The other thing that I've noticed with these multi-picks, man, they are polished. The edges and everything, it is so silky smooth going in and out of a pick or out of a lock. I'm pretty impressed. They are very nice. Got a lot of junk and need a big trunk. Yep. I don't necessarily carry a lot of picks around with me. I carry my pockets folding set. The other ones I'll have in my laptop bag or wherever. Yeah, the Book of Secrets. That's the one. That's the one. Thank you, Chuck. That one looks like it'll be pretty sweet. I wouldn't mind trying one of those out. I would not mind trying that thing out and just see. It looks big. Yeah, it's a big case. It looks huge. But like I said, I wouldn't mind trying one out just to see. I don't know. I may not need one. We'll see how it goes with this one I'm having made. If it turns out all right. It's kind of modeled after a multi-pick style a little bit. I made a few tweaks to it. The double row and holders for the tension wrenches, things like that. We'll see how well it turns out, what she does. I'm sure I'll be showing that one out. Drill bit case from Ryobi. Yeah, that would work too. That would work. Right? All depends on how much you want to carry. Absolutely. Yeah, the Book of Secrets looks pretty cool. That's a lot of case, man. That thing is massive. It is nuts. But sometimes that's what you need, right? That's a good solution for sure. Yeah, it looks like that thing will hold, man, I mean, just about flipping everything. So I don't know. How much is too much, right? How big does the case get before it's just not practical and you aren't taking it with you anywhere? I don't know. That's a good question. It all depends on what you're going to do and what your thoughts are. And like I just got back from a work trip, and I had my medium case with in my bag, just so I had stuff to play with. And then I have one of these bags full of locks, all kinds of different varieties. So I've got stuff to play with again as well while I'm out. I love these because I can throw them in my bag. And it holds, I think I had 7 locks in here plus my pick case with the carry handles. Just throw it in the bag and go. Love that bag. Those things are outstanding. Makes it a little more organized. Too big to fit in a book bag. Right? That's why you need multiple cases. Exactly. One can simply not have one case. That's how it rolls, dudes. That's how it rolls. I don't know. The one thing that I've noticed on these, and it's probably just me because I've gotten so used to the others, is the end of this. It's not a flat hook, it's a rounded hook. And being as polished as they are, man, that thing just drops off of pins really quick and easy. Yeah, they did not bat an eye. I was waiting for some questions when I went through our local airport. I get there. You guys will love this story. So I get to the airport, and I'm, almost an hour before the flight. I go up to the counter to check my bag, and the lady's like, "You're too late." What do you mean I'm too late? You got to be here 45 minutes early to check your bag. I am here more than 45 minutes early. Nope, you're too late. You'll have to take your bag through TSA checkpoint security. Then we'll check it and put it on the plane. Now, how freaking stupid is that garbage? Yeah, it was domestic flights, spontaneous. So I had a knife in my bag. So I had to pull the knife out, sprint to my truck, put the knife away, come back in, go through TSA security. I've got this bag full of locks, handcuffs, all kinds of garbage. Another bag full of tools. I was expecting some questions. They didn't bat an eye. Nobody said a word. But I went through their stupid x-ray machine. They scanned it, stuck a sticker on it, and put it on the plane. No different than if I had done it at the check-in counter, which is literally 10 feet away. We're not talking some big airport. We're literally talking you walk across a tarmac to get to your plane. But, right? Exactly. Multi-pick needs to step it up. Actually, I think I saw that they do have something similar to it in a pick profile. Yeah, I haven't messed enough with my leashes yet to actually carry them around. I only have 2, and I'm still learning them. I need to get some better locks to play with them on. I have my Sparrow's cutaway lock. I use my SC on this one. For the KW, I have some of these oldies that were given to me, but they are just so trashed out that they are an absolute nightmare to try and pick. The leashes are cool and all, and they're fun, but I prefer my picks. I mean, but the leashes are very neat. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this rounded. It's just a round hook, right? Not a flat hook. So it's got I don't know what you would call that one. What do you guys say? A medium hook? It's a medium round. And then the short is a flat hook. And then that's the rake that was in there. Let's get this up here. There we go. This end of it, that's a little sharp for my tastes on a rake. But I mean, it's nice, extremely well made. I love their little engraving they do in the backside of it. That stuff's cool. See, that was kind of what I wanted the different camera for. Something that I can zoom in and really show some detail on things. Let's see if it'll focus now. Make a liar out of me. Come on, baby. You can do it. Wow. Wee, play around, wee. And I didn't want one that was all digital zoom, because as you digitally zoom, it just washes out. And I get what you're saying about that. It's only good on a small amount of locks. The only reason I did it is it was with It's Tactical, and they had the 2 of them. They had an SC1 and a KW1. I think I gave $60 for both, and the carry case. So it was a good price. But looking back on it, I wish it were the KW. What is it, 4 and SC4? Just because with those, you can use it in more locks, because you can do both 6-pin and 5-pin, kind of alternate around a little bit. But they're fun. They're kind of cool. I wanted to see it. Again, I want to learn as many different ways as I possibly can, right? And yes, if I were a locksmith, you bet, man, I'd be using those leashes a lot more, especially for vehicles. Oh, you talk about make it quick and easy to get in and out of a car. That's outstanding. They're great for that. Mapping a lock, look like they'd be cool for that. They definitely have a place. So it is what it is, but they're fun. They're cool. Like I said on this one with that rake, yeah, I'm not 100% there on the rake. It's nice. I just don't like that. I'll use the waved side more, I think. Yeah, it works. Pops them right open. The other side, though, I'm not really sure. Maybe some of you guys that have more experience with those heavy, I don't know, what do you call that, Bogota style? What would you do with that? Where do you really use that? Because, I mean, it's hard to even rake with that because it's so sharp-edged. I can't imagine that being real good on the pins. HU100 GM lock with a leash. Yeah, that's, a local locksmith that I've talked to here. He's like, yeah, you go out there with the leashes and it's a couple of minutes max and you're in a car. So pretty doggone cool. They're a pretty neat design. You love Bogotas, huh? How do you work that, Charles, with that heavy, sharp teeth like that? Just seems like it's an awful lot in a lock. Like I said, that's just me, and it's just one of those that I haven't messed a lot with that. I do have some Bogota styles, but guess maybe that'd be better for raking or zipping, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you got to look at what the most popular common vehicles are in your area as well, right? So I'm kind of probably the same thought as you. Ford, Chevy, Dodge would be the big ones here. We do have a few import vehicles, but it's such a long drive to get them serviced or buy one that there aren't a ton. Although I will say we have an awful lot of like Kias, Hyundais, things like that seem to be. But there you go. Yeah, a couple 100 miles to get to a dealership for those. So it are what it are. Yeah, I need to learn the art of the Bogota better. I don't know. But all in all, I am definitely liking these. Like I said, I'm going to try and revamp my site. I'm going to probably have to cut back on the amount of items that I'm carrying on there because I'm going to have to start bringing in and carrying inventory. So I'm going to make some tweaks there. But once I do that, I'll be able to not do the fixed rate shipping, which is good to a degree. That fixed rate shipping is pretty handy, pretty slick. But I'll do that. And then I'll be able to offer more shipping options as well. So hopefully that'll work. But I got to decide for sure what I'm doing, what I'm not doing. So, yeah, we will see where it all ends up, right? Yeah. Wowzers, man. It's another one of those rough mornings. Which putty I got yelling at me over there? Sounded like Loki. He doesn't usually come and visit much on the camera. The other little terrorist, he's just crashed out over on a bed over here by me. GM, Chevy, and Chrysler all use the same key. They all have the same key shape or design. I did not know that. Huh. I did not know that at all. Guess I haven't paid that much attention. Of course, my vehicles are both push buttons, but they do have the keys in there for emergency. I just rarely pull them out and actually check them out. So I don't know. That is very cool. Interesting to know. Now, I'm going to kill my phone a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to be revamping my entire suite out here. I need to clean up. I'm going to move some things because I've got a different computer. Finally, I'm going to replace this old dinosaur I've been using that I think will help some of my processing. Good Lord, cat, what did you just knock over? I think this microphone must be a little bit more sensitive. You guys are probably picking up everything going on in the background, which isn't a lot, right? But I just had a cat trying to destroy something. Let's try. Also, 8 cut, 100 release will open GM locks, just not the ignition. Even if it says you need a 10 cut, the door is only 8. So they're lying for sales. Is that what you're saying? I sent you over a invite there, Newhouse, if you feel like hopping on and showing and discussing some of the Leashy products. I think they're pretty cool. Man. Cats are very good for that. Cats are funny. They can be a bit of a pain. See, look at that. I've about wore out another keyway. GM has around 3 key blanks shapes, more blanks, but they're mostly compatible. That is an interesting one. I think it'd be fun to try it out on a vehicle lock some point, but man, I can't get tension in this thing at all today. I think I've pretty well hailed that lock out. I wonder who wrote the Book of Love. That's what I wonder. I cannot figure this style of picking out either. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do is go hit the local junkyard and raid a vehicle lock or 2 out. I don't know. I don't really have the right stuff to pick them, but it'd be fun to mess with anyway. Man. Yuck. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's where I need to get some better door locks for, this type of thing. Instead of these that are just completely trashed out and destroyed. I wouldn't mind finding a couple of tubular lock to play with rather than just the one I got from Covert. So I do enjoy the tubular lock thing. Those are kind of cool, very neat to play with. Be fun to get my hands on a couple of those. My word. So yeah, I definitely need more locks for the bench, guys. I really do. So since I had to open one of these up to play with and try out, so I need to go adjust what my quantity is on my site for what I have. But I'll play with these a little bit, do a review, give my thoughts on them. These may go into a giveaway at some point. Might end up as one of the offerings on my 250 giveaway, which I think I'm at 179 this morning. So I got a ways to go. So if you do not have me subscribed, please do. If you do have me subscribed, give me a share. Give me a call out into your groups. Help me get there, guys. I'm working up some pretty cool stuff for the giveaways. I've got this. I believe that I don't know what it will be, but Multipick is sending me something else for the giveaway. And of course, there will be some Southern specialty items in a giveaway. Plan on doing some things there. Yeah, tubular locks are cool, dude. They really are. I would gladly work with you on getting a hold of some tubular locks. I get a kick out of them. They're just fun. I've only messed with 2. One is this practice lock that came with the kit. The other one was a gun safe that had a tubular lock on it. But they're a lot of fun. I really enjoyed them. Man, I am getting nowhere now. See? Get all the camera going, get a yakking, and then I can't pick squat. I guess I'm better off being a silent picker. Maybe I should go that route. See, there's a couple of channels out there where they never say a word. Ooh. You gonna ever hop on with us, Charles, and have a little chatty chat? I need to go do the video for you guys handcuff challenge. See if I can. I can't say that I've messed with keyway up yet, but this is one thing that's kind of interesting with these ones that I've got. If you see, here's the top, there's the keyway, and the other one faces the opposite direction. You know, the ones I always used, both of them face the same way with the keyholes. These, you put them on, you have one facing one facing the other, or you put them on top, bottom. A little different. A little different. But, you know, again, part of the fun. Trying to clean and feed after animals. You know, I was doing that this morning, but luckily, you know, I don't have any farm animals. I just have my little fuzzbud animals, so they're pretty easy to take care of. They aren't half bad. Oh, let's see. What else should I see if I can get into with these? I think I need a thinner tension wrench. But that is definitely one thing that I noticed with, get a different one yet again, with these picks is, you know, they're not super thin, but they're not thick. I should grab my calipers because I'm really curious how they compare in thousandths, since I'm not a big metric guy. I'm trying to learn it a little bit just to understand it. I'm here, but muted heater is good. Oh, come on. A little noise in the background. All right. What did we have over there? Yeah, I think it was supposed to get cold on us and maybe even snow on us again. Rain, snow mix today. That ought to be just freaking lovely. You know, I can honestly say I do miss the animals. I grew up working livestock all the time, and there is something to be said about it. Come on. Goodness gracious. Oh, you're breaking out the power tools. The power zipper raker, whatever the heck you want to call that bad boy. Man, this lock. You know, I have one of these masters. What is this thing? 530. It's an interesting little lock. Kind of cheesy, but doggone thing gives me fits every time I try to single pin pick it. The assault pick is in the house. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. What lock were you just racking that thing through? Looks like what, an 1100?
It's 1100.
Yep, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it looked like. Nicely, nicely.
The only way I can consistently get that lock open.
I've got a bunch of new 1100s I need to start playing with and seeing where I get with them.
This one I can get open pretty well.
Yeah, I haven't had any luck raking them either, Chuck. Well, it's weird that 530. Sometimes I'll hit that thing with a pick and I just zip right through it and it opens right up. Other times, man, it just fights me tooth and nail. I don't know if it's just because they're a little sloppy in there. I don't know. Or I just suck. One of the two.
We all suck a little bit.
You know, everybody has those days, especially, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's the master 532. So how the heck are you doing anyway there, Newhouse?
I'm doing all right. Kind of just hanging out, waiting to see what the plans are for the day. Me and Rockout are supposed to do a live at some point, but he's got some family things he needs to take care of first, so that might postpone us a little bit, but that's all right. Family's more. I told him not even.
Gotta take a priority.
Yep, I told him not to even worry about it. Go take care of your family, man.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, who else we get here? Mr. Stu.
What's up, man?
My word, look at that pile of goodness.
Newhouse is here?
Yeah, sorry, I should have warned you. You know,
I have this well known. I have a no Newhouse rule.
Oh,
this is awkward. It was really awkward when I went on Newhouse's live. I was like, dude, you can't be here. What's up, guys?
That's a lot of doggone cuffs. I need to get some more cuffs.
I am cleaning up the aftermath of a late night live.
Let's figure out what I want to get next. I don't know yet.
I literally was watching your live and fell asleep while watching.
Wow, that's boring, huh?
Thanks, man.
It wasn't that it was boring or anything. It's just that.
No. I was doing that last night. I was so freaking exhausted after because the flight home. I had to get up at 3 a.m. to make it to the airport in time, and then 4-hour layover sitting in an airport. It just sucked. I got home and I was shot. So I was falling asleep on the couch last night. Finally told the wife, all right, enough's enough. I got to go to bed.
No, I hear you, New. I've sometimes when Lady Locks does like a later night jump on, but she's on for like 3 hours. I'll have it on, man, and around hour 2, I'm like, okay, I'll just kind of like rest my head here, and I'll doze out, and I'm like, and I do sometimes I will say, hey, dude, I dozed off, watching your live, and then I'm like, don't take that the wrong way. I meant that as a good thing, I was tuned in,
I tell you who I do that to the most is Not Too Dead. He always does his late at night.
Yeah, it's the and again, I'm a late, like I tend to, when I pop, it works for me the best late night. So, I totally understand that effect.
Like if you did it tonight or tomorrow night, it wouldn't be so bad. But on the weekdays, I get up at 5 a.m.
Yep.
Work 10 to 12 hours and then come home. And then by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm ready for bed.
Oh yeah, I gotta get up every day during the week to take my daughter to school. So
yeah,
even if I'm up at 1 a.m., I'm still getting up at 6. So
yep, exactly.
So how old do you like those training cuffs? Well, that's what the red ones are, right? Those are trainers?
No.
No?
No, this is just powder coated 750s.
I gotcha. I've seen the red before in training cuffs, so that's what I thought.
Yeah, they have them. What is it? TCH has a big line of trainers.
Yeah.
Why
do you need a dedicated training cuff? Just use the real ones.
I just saw that. I was searching through Handcuff Warehouse. Like Zach Tool has a cuff that has like a permanent, instead of a key or anything, it has like just a permanent like little dial for a trainer cuff.
Yeah.
And then but it's such like a big dial. It's like, why wouldn't you make it a little more, a little smaller like this? like closer to like a key, you know, like how you have to pinch instead of this different dial. And it's like supposedly to train, you know, people who have to, you know, use cuffs to use the key in the right direction, so you don't do it bad and bust the key, basically. Yeah. I was like, you can do that a little different.
To me, that's the point of using a real key.
Yeah, just have extras, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They're cheap.
Key broke. What are we gonna do now? I don't know, boss.
Here's my question: is who the hell is putting the key in a cuff and turning it and going, "No, it won't turn no more. Let me fucking crank it."
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. I put on a pair of I had a pair of the Yule thumb cuffs, and I put them on nice and tight, and I double locked it. And I was trying to get out, and it wasn't working. So I grabbed the key, and I was at work. I'm at the front desk, and I put the key in, and you know, thumb cuff keys, they're a little shorter on that like key, you know, so regular keys won't get in there, won't fit. So you have to file those down a little if you want to use them like a Zac tool or something. But I didn't know that yet. And I put in the key from the cuffs, and it was the first time I ever tried to undo the double lock, busted it right off. I was like, oh, and I'm just sitting here like this. Okay, I'm typing people in. I'm trying to figure out how to like come up with a tool to get out of it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was.
So what you're saying is fair.
So it happens, man. Like, I mean, but yeah, just have an extra key. That's why we say have the, you know, lanyard of keys.
I think we got about 4 or 5 laying around here.
Yeah, I just keep, putting them on like the next, you know, lanyard, and then I got one of these full of keys in my travel bag. Got all my locks and picks go in. I got one of these full of keys in the travel bag or the storage bag for all the cuffs. I got a couple of them laying around the desk. I got keys laying everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's probably what we should do. But I got these 4 keys, and then I got 2 keys in the van. The ones that are in the van, I was actually working on modifying to be like the Delta key.
Yeah.
I threw a design for one over to Aaron to try and build for me for the folding pocket set.
Oh, nice.
See how that turns out. I thought it'd be kind of neat to have something that's like a key in there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like I've got every little set generally. Well, I'll jam a key in there too.
Yeah, my key ring in my truck with my trailer keys and all that still has a handcuff key on it that I carried in my pocket for, oh good Lord, 30 years.
Oh yeah, I've got a split paw. Oh, there's the busted. I kept that. The busted Yule key. Oh, there we go. That was annoying.
I bet.
But it was good to learn.
Good to learn. Let me get this up here.
This is another lock that I've got open like 2 times, and then it just doesn't.
What is it?
It's a commando.
Oh, well. We're doing commandos.
Huh. Very cool.
Oh. Shiza. Oh, it didn't fit. I forgot to put that in. All right.
Yeah, I gotta say, so far I am rather enjoying these multi-picks.
Oh, you're using the set that you got, the Sandman Beginner? Or
yeah,
what?
I'm trying out the Sandman Beginner set. I opened one up so I could try it out and kind of know what I'm talking about and what I'm selling, right?
Yep.
I said I don't know what they've done to the finish on these, but for just a popsicle stick handle, they're not slippery like some of the others that I've messed with. They feel really good. I think it's just that little bit of laser engraving they did on there, just as enough to give it a little texture.
Yeah, that laser engraving give it some texture and some grip for sure.
Yeah, they feel really good. Like it. I like it. I was trying to look around at some of the other places that are selling them, and I think I've got them listed a little cheaper, but the shipping is the part I got to work through yet. Get that a little better, and it'll be good.
Yep.
Where did I put my...
I was working on that the other day, and I almost gave somebody one hell of a Christmas present. I'd been in there working on an inventory, adding stuff to the cart, and then I had an order come into the store, and I went in and placed the order. Aaron calls me up and goes, "Did you mean to order 22 sets of dog legs?" I had about a $400 order in the cart. Thank God he called me.
You were like, I've got 16 cousins I got to do birthdays for. So
holy crap, dude. Yeah. But that's part of where those guys are awesome, right? They follow up and check on you and take care of things.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed. I just saw they had a new little. I think it's new. I didn't see it before. A little multi-tool, like a little set of pliers. Fold out.
Oh, really?
The Gerber dime or something like that.
Oh yeah,
has that been on there?
Yeah, that's been on there for a minute.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah,
Well, I ordered one of those because I want to check that out. He had it in the mail like 5 minutes after I ordered it.
What?
Yeah,
what?
those guys are quick.
I know it wasn't on Southern Specialties, but it was on
Hard case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now it's on Southern now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably saw it on hard case and just. I got to get another order from them. I haven't ordered from them too much, but I've gotten a few things.
I need to get some more of my Nexus tension wrenches and a few other things. I'm out of those at the moment.
I don't know what that was. I just heard something hit the ground somewhere. I don't know.
Life with cats, man.
Well, I don't know that was a cat. I don't know what the hell that was.
It's always the cat.
It usually is. Yes, you are very right. You are very right.
Casper, the friendly.
I got 4 of them in a small space, man. It's
one result. Oh yeah, the little dime multi-tool, huh?
I don't have cats, but I have 2 little kids running around.
Very cool.
I hear that's pretty much the same thing, right?
Pretty much.
close.
We were discussing, my wife and I were discussing the other day, our dogs and our cats, and the problem is it's like having toddlers that never grow up.
Yep.
Yes.
We do have 2 dogs.
Oof.
With kids, you stop cleaning up their poop.
Right? And you kick them out of the house once they hit a certain age. Dogs and cats, man, you're just stuck with them forever. And then the cats or the dogs, they drove my wife nuts while I'm gone. They run back and forth between the front door and the back bedroom to look out the window looking for me.
Oh, my. There we go. There's a nice commando lock open with the 20,000s. Heavy dog leg.
So I found these the other day. I've been looking for them for a while, and I didn't want to order them online. But a store I ran into the other day had them. And they're just strike anywhere matches. But they're hard to find anymore, at least in my area.
Yeah, the strike anywheres are getting hard to find. Yeah, very much. And those are, man, that's the way to go. If I buy matches, that's what I'm going to get, are the strike anywheres.
Well, my plan is I have one of those old Stormproof match cases, and I'm just going to pack it full of those.
Yep.
And then another thing that I'm working on kind of for my shop, and I'm kind of just starting it, so it needs refined, is some tinder. be
Did
able
you
to
say
throw
Did you say Tinder?
Yeah, like a Tinder bundle type deal.
Oh,
For fire
that
starting.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
basically,
thought
what
you
I've
meant like
done.
the app.
No, I've taken like some. This is coconut husk fiber, but I have some grasses that I'm going to smash down and make into like a fiber like this, and then dip it in wax.
Yep. I was just going to say, do the same thing with those Strike Anywhere matches. Wax
Yep.
dip them, turn it into a weatherproof match.
I'm telling you right now, whatever fiber system you want to do that you want to use with wax. And the best one that I found is dryer lint. You stuff a toilet paper tube full of dryer lint and put it strands of jute or hemp in there if you want. And then you just soak that with melted paraffin. You have this log that you just cut discs off. You can peel part of the cardboard off as a wick to start the whole thing up. The little disc, you just throw that in your fire underneath whatever you want. It just whoosh gets going, man.
Dryer lint is wonderful.
Oh, absolutely.
And everybody has a ton of it.
I was so excited because I got it for that, but I was doing a bunch of DIY. This was years ago, like right when Pinterest was blowing up and stuff. And I was so excited to find that like all the different things I could use paraffin for. I was like, oh, it only costs $2, but I got so many things to do with it.
Right.
Marissa used to want to make candles all the time, and she's getting kind of back into it. But I bought her pounds of it.
Yeah.
We have pounds of it just sitting on a shelf in a basement. But this is kind of what the grass turns into once it's wrapped around, and then there's some thinner stuff in the middle.
Yep. Very nice.
So still kind of playing around with that, but
Yeah, I need to get after that and get a decent little kit built. I carry a few things in my little go bag for creating fires.
yep.
Me
I'm
too.
lazy, right? I got some Army surplus fire starter sticks, and man, I think you could light those things with a wet fart and burn. Holy cow, they burn!
These fire sticks are crazy good.
They are. I just like having stuff in my emergency bag that isn't fuel related.
Yeah, oh, I get you.
But
I was sitting down here last night messing with Marissa, and I said, "Hey, my Zippo don't work. How am I going to start a fire with it?"
yeah, so I've carried Zippos forever. Don't smoke, but I carry a Zippo. But they always seem to dry out on fuel. So I went and I bought one of their USB rechargeable plasma inserts for it. That little thing's pretty slick.
What?
And that way I can just throw it on my USB or my little solar panel out in the field and recharge. And
It's a USB Zippo?
Yeah, it's just
an insert goes inside your existing Zippo case.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have those.
I've seen some other like I guess EDC kind of things that people have designed to fit in Zippo cases that I don't even remember what they were, but I remember seeing them and they were like just loving the idea of making anything to kind of fit that case, so
Well, they have a butane insert also, and then they have a screwdriver insert.
Yeah, that's what I saw was the screwdriver.
Yeah, that's actually Zippo brand.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Spontaneous, yeah, Zappos for smoking, nice for emergencies.
Yeah.
Other kind of
Matt's in the stream. Hey Matt, Chuck Soup. Sorry. Habit, guys.
Hello, Matt's Lock Shop. How are you today?
Good for both of those is smoking and survival is the clipper layer. The clipper layers were actually built to be a pipe tool also. but you can take that whole wheel out and have just a spark wheel if you need that. And they're refillable.
Bic later. Bic, not Nick. What, Nick? All right. I want to open up this lock, clean it a little bit. Got a hold of another 1100, but it's one that's been in use for ages and ages, and man, it is so gummed up in there. It isn't even funny.
Yeah, I gotta start cleaning up some locks. I'm way overdue.
Really wash out the camera with this.
Set up a different bench for my freaking bushcraft survival crap. It is tearing up my desk. I got all kind of crap building up.
Stop playing the shoot sparks like you're,
Well, that
like
ain't
you're at a strip club, man.
Right?
That isn't even actually the issue. It's all the crap from like this stuff and the little pieces of wood fucking chipping everywhere.
Well, hey, man, fire your producer. I keep telling you.
I'd have to hire somebody else, and I'd actually have to pay them.
Oh, right. Threaten to fire your producer. Use it as leverage. I just like no idea what's going on with that lock.
Yeah.
Ugh, still freaking tired.
Wow. It is a gummy lock.
A little bit of Houdini.
I don't have any Houdini. I have 3-in-1 dry lock lube. And that's worked pretty well for me so far.
3-in-1 dry lock lube. Who makes that?
3-in-1. There it is right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen that can. Yeah.
Seems to work pretty well. I don't know. I hear the Houdini's is really, really good, but I haven't ever found anywhere around here with that. And this I happened to find at a local shop, so I picked them up.
I went a few years ago and I bought a case of the big cans, and I haven't run out of those yet. And then Walmart tried to sell it for about a year, and then they put it all on clearance and was selling it for $2 for the little can.
Oh,
and
man.
usually $4. I bought every can they had. So I have like 40 of those little cans sitting around.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a can.
Good morning, Joshua B.
I'm gonna use half a can of WD-40 per lock and just watch people cry.
Oh God.
When they're on your bench, it's not bad. It's when they're out in the weather, like on your doors and shit, that becomes bad.
And if you just want to lube it up so you can get in it, hey, WD-40 does the trick.
I even when I was a handyman and had maintenance contracts and stuff like that, like I used to kind of explain, if people like from either side, it's like if you have a lot of gunk in there, it'll help get it out. If you want to add a little bit of gunk in there, and go ahead and use it as well. You're gonna leave a little behind. Yeah. Is it regular use? No.
Right. Yeah, it's got its place,
Yeah, do you understand why if something's sticky, someone grabs a can of that, it works, and then they're like, oh, that's what I do anytime that happens, and it's like, okay, well, that's going to build a habit.
Well, right. The problem is that's also what's causing the issue later down the road. That's why.
Well, it's perpetuating it for real. Yeah, but if you actually clean it out properly, then you don't need to go back to the can of WD-40 for a long damn time. So.
Super slick stuff from Lowe's. Huh?
It's super slick stuff from Lowe's. Whoever mentioned that, thank you, Matt. That is the exact same stuff as Houdini. It's made by the same company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yes, I haven't. I haven't seen that one. And I bought this lock lube. I bought that at our local Home Depot, but I didn't see where they had anything else. But maybe I just didn't look close enough, or maybe the local store doesn't have it. You never know.
So I'll rephrase. It's made by the same company, and everybody's pretty sure that it's the same shit, but they don't say that it's the same stuff.
Right.
But it
Right.
smells the same. It acts the same.
How much does it cost at Lowe's? They're not super on price.
I'm not sure. Good question. The nearest Lowe's to me is like 45 minutes away, so I don't really go there.
Yeah, I don't have a Lowe's anywhere near me either.
I have one by my work. I can actually stop by and check it out.
I have Home Depot and Menards.
So your best bet to get Houdini or anything like that, then Matt or Greyhound, is go right to their website. It's cheaper than if you go to Amazon or anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, like this stuff, the big can, I believe are like $12, $13 a can on their website.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, it's not bad.
And it lasts a long time. Like, I've been using this can for a couple months now.
And that reminds me of some old school Aquanet cans, man. So it's got some throwback, like.
Right?
Here we go.
The big hair days, the 80s, man.
The big hair days. 4 cans of Aquanet later. And she might be ready to go out.
Protects.
You got to get that hair helmet right, Greyhound.
Right? Yeah. I never had enough hair for that. So, I never got into the big hair thing.
The other thing that most people probably don't know about this shit is it works excellent for a de-icer for locks.
Oh, that's nice.
I ran into that problem a couple times every winter, and I just spray some of that shit in there.
Oh, that's an excuse to use a hand torch, dude.
Right?
Well,
That's what WD-40's for, man.
Just call it right. And now the WD-40 comes out. Or if you have a can of Aquanet laying around, you can let's go back to that.
There you go. Multi-purpose.
Get your homemade DIY flamethrower on.
Hey, this will work. It's wait, where is it at? Over here. Flammable.
Yeah, but that's precious, man. Don't use precious resources.
I have too much of it to say it's precious, but I understand what you're saying. Like I said,
he's over here lighting $100 bills on fire to light a cigar. He's like, "What are you guys talking about? Wasting money?"
Right.
That's what it's for.
Like I said, I bought a case of these cans probably 3 years ago.
No, that's tight, man. I love anything that, whatever it's for their hobby, but if something you're gonna need and it's an important thing, I love when you're able to stock up on it and just,
yeah,
like you said, for years, man. You still got that stash. You know what I mean? Just
well, and that's my routine is I've maybe gone through 3 cans of it, maybe 4.
Yep, WD-40 works as a de-icer. You bet it does. Probably doesn't do your lock any favors in the long run, but hey.
And if you want to keep your car doors from freezing, a little bit of Vaseline on the seal.
A little Vaseline on the seals.
Yep. That'll keep your door from freezing shut.
Nice.
Oh, you'd think I'd know that trick.
There we go.
I didn't learn that till like a year ago. But it works.
Vaseline is wonderful. Oh, good Lord, now where'd I put you? Man, I'm telling you. I need to get some organization in this place. It's a mess. Excess inhalation may cause. Keep your gas huffing moderate. What? I'm not huffing my 4-in-1 lock lube. I don't know what you're talking about.
That totally sounded like somebody that wasn't huffing it.
Well, the lighting doesn't help.
Yeah, right.
That's definitely a huffing atmosphere you got going on right over there now.
Hey, you know, I got to use my light so I can see down inside of these padlocks.
Oh, speaking of lights, did you guys see that that cool tweezer light that Tinny
There.
modified?
What?
It's tweezers with a light for like hair care or something like that. And he modified the tweezers perfect size, and it's got a light between the tweezers shining into the, you know, when you're going in and getting the pins. It's freaking brilliant, man.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I know what tweezers you're talking about, but I didn't see his video.
Oh, it's so cool, man. Like, dude, that cat's mind when he gets to making.
Right?
I know I saw there's a 3D print file out there for one where you use clear filament and it's hollowed out for you to be able to insert a light in it. So that'll work as a plug follower with a built-in light.
Yeah, I've seen a couple different lighted followers, but what I like about the light on the tweezers is the light's not shining at your eyes, it's shining at what you're looking at.
Right. And that's where this has been my go-to for that. Set a snap-on neck light.
So,
man, shines down in there beautifully.
Oh, that goes around the neck.
Yeah, around the neck, or you can put it up over your head, hang it over your ears, so you can kind of, and then the ends adjust.
Oh, I like that.
That thing's awesome.
I think it's Red Team Tools that makes the follower where it's like the clear like that, but it's almost like a fiber optic. It'll take light from the room and pass it into it, so you don't have to have a flashlight shining at you or anything.
Yep, I think I've seen that as well. Yeah. Cool stuff, man. 350 at 5 and below. What is 350 at 5 and below? Bought one yesterday.
The tweezers.
Oh, the tweezers. Hey, we have a 5 and below here now.
You can get them at Walmart.
I think I've been in it once. Got to watch those little shops, right? You can find some cool stuff if you look around a little bit. That you're like, hey, I can repurpose the heck out of this.
Yeah, like some of the just the little simple, cheap, weird things that you find. You're like, you immediately look at it and go, oh, you know what? That's half an idea I already had. You know.
Nope.
Light again. So it's this. Again, it's USB-C rechargeable. This is a snap-on. There's other companies that make them, but my wife was working at a shop and in the office, and the snap-on truck came through. But it's a dual LED. It's brighter than snot. That one's been really good. The other one that I use quite a bit is this. One of those ribbon LEDs, but then it also has a little spotlight LED on the side. And that one has a motion detection setup. You turn that on, and then you just wave your hand by it to turn it on and off.
Oh,
these have been great. And I got like a 2 or 3 pack of these at Menards for like $9. Cheap. Nice and bright. Like that one. Works really good. Really good alternative. Because like I said, that Snap-on one is stupidly expensive. But there's a lot of aftermarket ones that are very, very similar. Harbor Freight sells one that looks just like that Snap-on.
I've been playing with this light lately. It comes with a headband that it snaps into to be a headlamp.
Yep. That's one of them that you're sponsoring now, right? You were reviewing them?
So they gave me a discount code and stuff and have sent me a couple of them, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to check something like that out. That's got a magnet on the base too, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yep, it does.
Yeah. I've got a big one like that goes from a spotlight to a floodlight and has a red light built into it. That's a Zebo. That's a sweet little light. I really like it. but yours is a lot smaller. That'd be nice.
Yep.
I should look at one of those, but I don't know. I've got a Streamlight wedge that I carry every day in my pocket, and that thing is just stupidly bright.
I will tell you on their site, it says it's I forget how to say it. It's the NIHM batteries, but it comes with a lithium ion. It doesn't come with what it says.
Oh, really? Is it a rechargeable battery then, or no?
Yes. So right here, there's a little USB-C port plug in.
Yeah, absolutely spontaneous. Like seriously, dude, that Snap-on light is outstanding. If you've got a Harbor Freight near you, check out their version of it for the money. You know, for what I'm using it for, the Harbor Freight one would have been great plenty. But like I said, it was a gift from my wife, so I'll use the snot out of it. I love it. It's great when I'm working like up underneath my truck on things because you can put it around your head and it's aiming where you're looking to work. You know, hanging over your ears like a pair of sunglasses, and you're good to go. Thing's outstanding little light.
The light I've used for the longest time for lockouts is the little Milwaukee floodlight.
Yep.
Oh, hey, yeah.
They're magnetic on the base. And then I just usually throw a glue dot up here, and then I can stick it to a windshield to see inside a vehicle, and it'll light up the whole inside of a vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah. There's some really awesome lights out there anymore. There's a crap ton of really good ones.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
Harbor Freight recently acquired Ace. More than likely, Ace has something like that as well. We don't have an Ace hardware here anymore. Ours, we used to have one. They closed up. I loved Ace. That was a great shop.
Yeah, you just pay a little more for everything you get from them, though.
Yeah, generally. But, man, they had a little bit of everything.
I'd like to find somewhere around me that actually sells hammer handles.
Hammer handles?
Yeah.
Don't they have them at Home Depot?
No. The
Really?
only handles we have at Home Depot are like axe handles.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think about it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I've ever bought a handle there.
We had a store called Busy Beaver. And
hey, this is a family show.
They had them, and then they shut down.
The old Army green angled flashlight. Yeah. Those things were something else.
Oh, with that red filter?
Yeah. Well, and it had multiple different filters in there. And if you put the right combination, though, you could convert it to a black light.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can use it for signaling with people with night vision where other people couldn't see it, but boy, night vision will light that sucker right up.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep. And then if you take certain red filters and blue filters and mix them together, you can actually make it infrared.
Yep.
I love that. Like that light, old sea rations. Just like all the stuff that, you know, as a kid and growing up that I think of, you know, from people in the Army, people in the military, stuff you saw at like the Army supply places, you know, things like that. So
Chuck Soup says he's got almost as many Ace hardwares as they do Dollar Generals. Man, Dollar Generals, those things pop up like it's insane.
They just put a new one in by me.
I've got more hardware stores than I've got 2 hardware stores, 2 dollar stores in town.
They put a Dollar General about 20 minutes from me in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I think we've got 5 Dollar Generals now. It's stupid.
We have 2 in town.
Spontaneous says there's some incredible options nowadays. He's used to 90s gear. Hell, I'm still stuck in 80s with a lot of my gear, dude. But yes, I know what you mean.
I have a one of those crappy little infrared cameras that hooks up to a scope.
Yeah.
And looking out my back window one night with it, Now, I'm not 100% positive what the fuck this animal was, but it was about the size of a bear cub. And we do get black bears around here once in a while, but it's rare. So it was either a black bear cub or a really big fucking raccoon.
They get big, man.
Yeah, they do get that big.
Oh yeah.
And we have lots of raccoons around here. They like to live in the storm drains.
Yeah. I grew up hunting coon with dogs and running cornfields at night. It's a lot of fun.
I grew up shooing away from garbage cans.
Every once in a while, chase up a bear. You get a big old sow coon, you can easily get 50 pounds. When they get big.
Oh yeah. So I had this knife yesterday, trying to cut a piece of wax that was in a little jar, and I shattered the jar and nicked the part.
Oh man.
You see that or not?
You were mentioning knives. I need to find my case with my knives in it. I've got a couple more I need to work on sharpening up.
I just ordered 2 more. They'll be here sometime this coming week.
Dang knife, guys.
I have a handmade one that I made when I was a kid that I need to build a decent wood handle for it. But I designed it to be more of a skinning blade.
Boker just come out with a new like mini fixed blade.
Yep.
And it's called a thicker clipper. And the spine on it is probably 1/4 of an inch.
Here's one that I bought a while back. As parent or part of another company that I've bought some stuff from. And they were selling this knife. They had it on sale, so I ordered one to try out. Absolutely hate it. Worthless knife. It's not that the steel is bad. It sharpens up decent. It's just the way they did the handle with this stuff. It's the most uncomfortable. I don't know what the hell you'd ever use it for. So, but it's got, the decent little, maybe a glass breaker butt end on it. So I thought, it'll be one I'll throw in a kit at some point and just strap it in and be done with it. But came with just a little cheesy nylon sheath. I really don't. It's not a very good knife.
Matt said everybody needs Alice.
Yeah, absolutely they do. I miss my Alice gear.
No idea what the hell you're talking about.
Alice equipment, it's old military gear. You had your small, medium, and large Alice packs. They were a external frame backpack and
Okay.
all kinds of nice attachment and gears. And man, you can load those bad boys up with equipment and make yourself miserable. But they're a great bag to have for an emergency bag to carry in your vehicle. They're wonderful.
Yeah, I have the SOG 3-day pack.
Yeah, you are right, Spontaneous. He says he's impressed with tech nowadays, except for things like that knife. That knife is terrible. Now, this knife, on the other hand, this is a marvelous blade.
Do me a favor, Greyhound. Go down a little bit, because the way I'm seeing it, you're right underneath the time count.
Ah.
There you go. Oh, yeah. I like that blade shape.
Yeah, beautiful knife. It's, are you familiar with Steve Reichert?
Yes.
That's his signature on the blade. His design made by Scallywag Tactical. And then their sheath design, their little clip. This thing has a locking mechanism on it. So you can open it up, put it on whatever you want, close it, lock it.
Okay, yeah. I have a clip like that.
Yep. Love that knife. Marvelous blade.
I need to find. I have a Kobeck Goliath, and it's like perfect size fixed blade, but I can't find a clip that I like on it because I typically like the scout carry, and it's hard to with that knife.
You're right back.
Yep. What you got there, Stu?
I grabbed the other commando lock I have here.
That looks like the one that I have.
Yeah, I got the this one's just without the
Oh, okay.
Rubber stuff.
I got you.
We were talking throwbacks to the 80s and 90s. There you go, the old original 80s survival knife.
That's not a traditional 80s unless there's a compass on the end and it unscrews.
Nope. This one was a solid end. No compass.
Oh, but it does unscrew. There we go.
Does unscrew. Absolutely.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
You know, now this knife, man, I carried this actually on my kit for freaking ever. And I have beat the snot out of it. A lot of people complain that the handles, because they just attach here at the base, they're not like a full tang or anything. But I have never been able to damage that thing, and it has lasted and lasted and lasted. It was nuts.
No, if you got one that you started pounding on and it didn't fall apart, you were like It's like buying that Chinese gold lock. Once in a while, you get one that nobody can open.
Yeah, I think I have repainted this handle a couple of different times over the years, but this one was a Parker Brothers is the brand.
Oh wow!
Surgical steel. It says Japan on it, but very, very good knife. It has been through hell and back. I have used and abused the living snot out of that thing.
Dude, the best knife I ever had was a diver's knife.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a good diving knife. Those things are pretty sweet.
It was so solid.
Yep.
Just it was heavy and everything, dude, but it threw. I could throw it. And just, I threw it at I used to throw knives at a dartboard target. Yep. And I threw the diver's knife and I hit pretty good in the center, not like dead on or anything, and it just blew all of the center right out the middle of the thing, like out the back. Like it just like, all right, that's too much weight for this target.
Yeah, this old school leather sheath on this thing, like you said, it has held up good because seriously, I think I bought this thing at like one of the first military bases I was ever at. No, actually, I think I bought this one in Fort Benning, Georgia, at the PX. But very heavy leather. That thing, man, I carried it forever, hanging upside down on my shoulder strap where I could get to it easy. Used the living snot out of it. Used it a hell of a lot more than I ever did my bayonet. The only couple things I ever did with the bayonet is I gave a guy a haircut once with it because he showed up without a proper haircut. So he got a bayonet job. And everybody used to bring me their bayonets to sharpen because I kept mine always just sharp as could be. But I don't remember what I was cutting. I was cutting something off at a training someplace, and damn thing slipped and took the very tip of my little finger off.
Ooh.
And good old military guys, just a little bit of, it wasn't anything major. Just get rid of it. Oh, hell no. They had to stitch it back on, then wrap it up in a bandage, and then release me for full duty. and we were helo casting and rappelling and all of this crap. And yeah, by the time I got back home, I had an infection in my hand. And
I bet.
It sucked.
Should just super glued it back on.
Yeah. Well, they weren't really into super glue at that point, so they actually stitched the stupid thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. See, Chuck Soup said his dad is a retired E6 staff sergeant. That is outstanding. I was an E5 at the end of mine when I got out. I should have stuck with it, finished out my 20, I guess, but
I wish I knew. I don't know what my uncle and grandpa both served, but
Yeah. My dad was in. He came out. He was a corporal when he got out. He was over in Korea.
I imagine my uncle came out with a "don't come back" kind of like vibe. So, and that was Vietnam era.
Yes, fast roping is fun.
So I can't find it, but I do have one of those old knives, the survival knives with the compass on the back and everything. That was my dad's when he was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
This is that J. Koback Goliath.
Oh yeah. Well, that's an interesting design or shape, isn't it? The way it's kind of scoops up on the front of the blade. Like it.
Yep.
This is the only knife I have.
Oh man, I got so many knives. It irritates my wife. And then we go in somewhere. Ooh, that's a pretty knife. I think I need that one.
See, for some reason, Marshall lets me buy all the knives I want.
Yes.
The plastic that she gets annoyed by.
The good old Buck 110. I've got 2 of these bad boys. You can't go wrong with that knife.
I've had this for 30 years now, dude.
Oh man.
That's back when China knew how to make something.
Right. I have an original Leatherman that I bought that in the 80s as well. So
I got this. I had a Leatherman at the time, and something happened to it. I don't know if I lost it or someone ganked it. But I snagged this like to replace that. And then I ended up being homeless. And this was amazing to have on you at all times. And it's been like my main tool, ever since. But like I said, that knife, dude, I've never sharpened it.
Oh wow.
And it just, I can keep cutting stuff. I mean, it's dull enough, I'm not worried about it, but it's sharp enough to, start chopping up packaging and things like that. Anything I gotta like cut into and stuff. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've got a little buck knife that's kind of like that one you've got right there. New house.
This is the oldest one that I have. I've had this one. This was given to me when I was 8.
Yeah.
So 20 years. A bit over.
Yeah, I've had a few over the years. I wish
I've got an old logo lock somewhere. I need to find that thing, but it always cracks people up because it's from a corn seed company way back in the day. It was called Trojan Corn, and it shows this dude holding this corn cob over his head, and it's got Trojan written down the side of it, and it's like, looks more like it's an ad for a condom company.
That's absolutely beautiful.
But it's cool. It's neat.
Yeah. Especially just like you said, being one of those weird old things that turned into something else by the time you saw it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I got to figure out where the heck my case is with all that stuff in it. I've got a metal box full of knives.
Me and my dad were walking down the road when I was a kid and found this one on the road. Stock brandy, stock vermouth.
Yeah, I had a bunch of little old knives, antique knives, pocket knives, things like that over the years, dude. I wish I still had them. I would have had a cool little collection.
I have this thing, and what annoys me the most about this is the magnifying glass fell out of it, and they don't make these anymore, so they won't replace it.
That is funny.
Other than that, everything else is there. Everything else works. But it's just the magnifying glass is not there. It's just a empty circle now. The other thing I do is I like buying dumb stuff. So I got this. You ever seen one of these, Stu?
What is it? I have no idea.
All right, ready?
Oh, is it like a hinge removal tool?
It's an ice pick.
Oh.
It's an OTF ice pick.
When you got to be cool when you're doing drinks. I can see you working at a bar where they make me use that.
It fucking fires out with some force too.
Yeah, you use that to remove hinges on doors, dude.
Hey, Conky 121. Rough morning over here in Florida. What you got going on in Florida today? But we're okay so far. Storms, tornadoes, or something like that, I suppose. If it is, I hope like heck you stay safe.
Too. This is give you an idea how much force it pops out with.
Nice.
Huh. That looks like it could be a good multifunction device.
Oh, yeah. Then, so you don't accidentally hit the button, that clip turns and goes over the top of the button and covers it.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, it would suck to have in your pocket and then.
Yeah, go off.
Yeah.
Oh, everyday health issues. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully, your day gets better.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hope you do feel better.
Yeah.
I get you on health things.
Little mini TV elements. Yeah. I have that one, and I have this one, and then I have another Elementum that has wood handles on it, but I don't know where that one is at the moment.
You like little knives. I like big blades, and I cannot. There's that one goes on my emergency pack that I carry everywhere I go. Just throw that in the vehicle, and I've got that on there. An old cold steel.
That's my bushcraft knife.
Yep. Morning, Snake. How are you? Yeah, I found this one a while back, and it's a cold steel. They call it the GI Tonto. Heavy blade, nice design, tougher than nails, and you buy them for like $20. They're dirt freaking cheap for what it is. For a nice knife to just attach to your bag, great option right there.
This is the first fixed blade that I ever actually carried every day for a while. And it's a great little knife, but I broke the sheath. Well, I got a fancy one for you. My dad sent me this for my birthday one year.
A coach.
Oh
yeah.
That's neat.
How you doing, Snake?
Comes in a little case. It's also Coach branded.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think cold steel is anywhere near as good as it used to be. They're spontaneous, but I've got I bought one of supposed to be a neck knife from those guys, but good Lord, that thing is so long, it does not make a good neck knife, but it's pretty cool. I carry it in my sling bag.
I will tell you, if you have the chance to buy anything that's cold steel, get yourself one of these.
Yeah, one of their hatchets.
It's the Trail Boss. It's not very long. I don't know if I can really. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of long. That's more of an axe instead of a hatchet, huh?
Yeah. It's like a pack hatch or a pack axe.
Yep.
It's probably 2 to 3 foot, something like that. But it's the perfect little thing. It'll split wood like crazy. You can chop down trees. And I wrapped it with some Kevlar line, and then I put super glue over top of it to keep it from coming off. And like that for, probably 5 years now, and you can see that it really hasn't taken much beating, even though I've beat the shit out of it. Needs cleaned up a bit. Been sitting in my garage over winter, kind of rusted a bit.
Yeah. Very nice.
But I have a few axes and hatchets and stuff, and that by far is my favorite one.
Yeah, I've got a couple oldies around here. I've got an old East Wing leather washer handled hatchet. That's what I carried when I was running traps as a kid. I still have that thing. It's a great little hatchet. Raspberry Pis to do what Restream does for one-time cost and monthly fees.
Speaking of older ones, I have an old roofing.
That's kind of an interesting one, Josh. So you're saying basically you have a Raspberry Pi that have all the software built into it. You just bring it home, plug it in, and you'd have a web interface to go to fire up and do your streams through. That'd be kind of neat.
I had to kind of make a sheath for it out of some leather that I had laying around.
Yep. Little hammer index combo. That's nice.
Yep. Old roofing hatchet.
Yep.
But I had to redo the handle on it and make it a little sheath.
Oh, there we go.
As long as you got the Joshua Bean with your idea, as long as you got the bandwidth at your house, right, to do that and not have massive lag when you're using it, that'd be actually kind of cool if it would work, right? I'm getting ready to tear into my Raspberry Pi and rebuild it for a controller for my 3D printer. Ooh.
So
Right. If you could do it with DNS, you might be able to use a dynamic DNS service. Now, I'm about ready. Something like that would be kind of cool, actually, because I've got fiber coming into my house, and they'll give me a static IP for an extra $5 a month.
Oh, the header on your website is awesome, Greyhound.
You like that?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I've got up there anymore.
It's like the 3D of your
Oh,
logo.
yeah, the 3D. I took my logo through an AI engine, had it make it 3D that way. Yeah.
I put it on the computer at work last night. I was checking your shop out and just left it up there. I was like, okay. I was like, that's
yeah. I've done that to a couple different logos that I've got, and that one by far turned out the best. Yeah, I know I use dynamic DNS with Netgear for my home VPNs. That way I can just come in by name and don't have to worry about my IP address changes. That's why I was bringing that up as maybe an option. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool. It'd be interesting to see what it will look like, and being able to do something like that would be kind of cool. I know I've used OBS Studio, which you can't have guests in there, but I've used that for doing streams before. The only real caveat I seem to run into with that is it seemed to be a little laggy.
If I could find something like this and a better blade steel, I would never put it down.
Is that a CRKT?
Yeah, the CRKT spew.
Yeah.
But the steel that they use for it sucks. I ended up having to sharpen it like every other day.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But if I could find it in something like a S35VN or even a D2.
Yep. Well, Josh, you'll have to spin up one of those, and then
Let some people test it out.
yeah, I've got gig symmetric fiber right now. I can get, they'll do up to 5 gig now. I can get at my house, and it's like $15 a month more to do 5 gig symmetric. So if I had the right hardware for it, yeah, I could definitely host and do the streaming right through that, and it would work. Just got to have the right goodness with it. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to check out. Be interesting to try one out. It'd be fun to, like I said, that's where it would be best is if you could have some guests in there with it. But I don't know. Yeah, you might be limited how many you could do depending on what your bandwidth is and how it works. But
my whole thing that brought me to Restream was the fact that I can stream on multiple platforms at the same time.
Yep.
And then also, like when I do the streams with Rockout, you can set it up to where it'll stream on both of our channels at the same time.
Right.
Well, you can do that with StreamYard. You can add a secondary channel to where it'll stream to two. That's what they did with Picking Time and
StreamYard
channel.
Yeah. Look me up on Discord, Joshua. Let's get together and talk about it. Yeah, I've got. I stream. I'm live streaming here on YouTube and Rumble both right now. So yeah, it works really well. I wouldn't mind being able to do the recording so I could edit and pull it out later, but I really just don't know that I want to pay their price for what I'm doing with it. It just isn't worth it for me at this point.
I go on to YouTube and I hit live. Like that's.
Well, I've tried that, but you can't have guests in there when you do it that way.
Yeah, you can. You can have one guest.
And I don't remember. Can you?
And then Lady Locks figured out how to run her Restream through that, so she needs to hook us up with that knowledge because she's had like the 3 people stacked and then the 1 person off screen.
Yeah,
or her StreamYard, not Restream.
Right. Well, I was watching somebody the other day, and they were using the YouTube stream, and I couldn't believe the lag. It's like Restream doesn't have nearly as much lag as that thing did. It was terrible.
That was mine.
Was it? It was weird.
Yep, that was right before I started going through Restream.
Yeah, Restream seems to work really well. You can stream to multiple channels with the Raspberry Pi using. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I'd be really curious to check one of those out.
Yeah, for sure.
Set one up and see how that works.
Yeah, if that's the case, then my kid's a tech head, and he talked so much to me about the Raspberry Pi.
The awesome. Pis are an amazing piece of kit, dude.
If I can hit him up and be like, "Hey, remember that Raspberry Pi thing? I need you now."
Hey, Dutch Lockpicker is in the house. How are you,
Dutch? Brother Dutch.
Outstanding. Yeah. No, that'd be really cool. I'd be definitely interested in checking something like that out. How are you doing now? He says. We are all still above grass and kicking, so life is good.
Life's been good to me so far.
Ah, what a good song. Love that tune. My Maserati does 185.
I love that song, man. I really do. If it's one of those songs, no matter when, if I catch it, especially like I didn't play it, if it just comes on, you're like, yeah,
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The universe knows.
Yep. Yeah, good old Joe Walsh.
Just drop the keys.
Good grief. Yeah, you can find me out on Discord if you're on there, Joshua. Look me up. Is that a little Abus lock there?
7240, baby.
Yeah. I need to get me a couple of Abuses. The only one I have for an Abus is a Lotto lock, and I have a severe hate relationship with those little plastic Lotto locks.
Dude, your heavy dog legs are the 7240 Slayer.
It doesn't seem to matter what pick I touch into one of these, like these Master 410s, and I think I've got a 4240 Abus. I cannot get anywhere on them stupid things.
Oh, that's crazy because the other thing I commend your heavy dog leg pick for is being one of the better picks for trying to get around in a 410 for me.
Yeah, it's just me. It's just that dead shackle, dead core, and that plastic little lock. I'm just struggling with what I'm feeling and getting through it.
Yeah, for me, it's I only have one left.
Linux is one
of those locks every time I get
and I have several. I could probably spin up one hell of a system actually, because I honestly have a Dell rack mount server sitting over here that has 360 gig of RAM in it, dual Xeon processors. Yeah, I could make one heck of a Linux server out of that bad boy. The only thing I'm waiting on next is to get a good graphics card to throw in it to do some back-end processing. I wonder, when will there be a NEMEF NF5? Dutch is asking that. No clue.
I'd say November.
What is it?
I don't know what that means, but November sounded like a good
November
guess.
sounds like a good time. All right.
Right? I mean,
there you go, Dutch. You heard it. You heard it here first. November.
And if it's not November, something went wrong, is all I'm saying.
Right, right.
We're going to have to call a meeting. Someone's getting fired.
All right, I'm missing something. What the hell was he talking about? Or what are you guys talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, I really don't know what that is either. Dutch said, I wonder when will there be a NER, is it NER? NEMEF NF5?
That sounds like computer stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and then you started going on, so I thought it was something to do with something you've started. So I wasn't sure.
No, I can fake it for a while on anything, man.
Well, I know a lot of the geek speak out there, but that one I'm not familiar with. So, don't know.
Like NEMF, is that like Betamax?
Right? Nintendo Entertainment? Yeah, yeah.
Nintendo Entertainment MF. That's their new edgy line.
Spontaneous says after he started using the Southern Specialties jackknife profiles, the 410 and the 1100 open easily. Yeah.
Well, that's what this one has, the 7140 ABIS core in it.
Oh, nice.
Is it? What's the keyway, with the one that spells ABIS or the other regular one?
Yeah. Yep. So that's the key for it.
Oh, actually.
Atari. Yeah, Atari.
This is getting sent to NOLA, but I do have a 7140. What's that?
Nice.
He keeps whining about he always wanted a 7140, so got
It's a lock. Duh. You know, I was kind of wondering that, but I don't know enough about those and the European stuff. I guess, is it what Spontaneous is talking about? A Euro cylinder?
Which one?
That NEMEF?
Oh, maybe that's it. Yeah, that does sound like it. Yeah, that's it. I remember Loki popping a nymph.
Yeah.
It's above my pay grade.
It's a forest nymph.
I was surprised that the 1100 opened after no Bruno for 2 months. You know, the 1100s can be that way, man. Sometimes they're just, and then you'll pick up another one and fight with it forever before you figure it out.
Honestly, I do recommend getting a second 1100 if you're trying to get it. Don't just get one. Yeah,
they're all so different.
Yeah, because like this one, you guys have seen me struggle with it. This one I can get right open.
Yep.
And they were both 6 pins. I actually took the 6 pin out of this one and still have trouble with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, I don't know, it's weird. The no lift on 5 or the no lift on 1, it makes it a different lock, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, so when you do, like, my first one had a no lift on, I'm 5, you know, in the back. Basically a no lift or a slight touch, I can't remember. And then the next one I got was a no lift on 1. I thought, oh hell, you know, this is gonna be hard. But I was dialed in from the other one. I popped that second one pretty quick, and I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
You know? And then yeah, you get another one, and it's like, yeah, there's just seems to be a lot of variation in the pick of those for me too.
Drill this one down. Get a load of that stupid key. Come on, you can focus.
I'm not gonna get this. I'm gonna put this away.
That's
frustrated.
a Master 410 that I've got.
Oh, there you go.
Talk about stupid.
You might. So technically, as I understand, you know, your one standard is going to be in your 5 or 6 pin.
Yep.
But like with this one, when you have like kind of a no or low lift up front, you might have to set that first.
Right.
And then go hunting for the standard in the back.
Yeah.
Which NOLA kind of helped me figure out on this particular lock. And then you sent me the picks, and dude, and I got into the 2 410s I've been battling, you know. That's why I was like, and then I popped these 7240s like they're nothing now.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, let's see. There's a 410. There's a 410. There's the Avis. And there's an 1100, 1100, 1100, 1100. Another 1100 back there. I've got a lot of 1100s.
Up to 3.
Yeah, I've got, let's see, there's another one hanging on the wall back there. That one's a weird one, though. I have an 1100 over here that came out of the 1100 box with a master core in it.
Oh,
Master key.
That's because they own them now.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Right there. Lovely little pretty one. And there's there's the key for that one.
oh, I'll put a rake in that.
Nice little master. Yeah, I haven't messed much with that one, honestly.
It's begging to be raked, dude.
Yeah, says the guy who knows how to rake worth a darn. Man, I suck at raking.
But like this one is a master key.
Yeah. I hadn't seen one before with a master key in it, so I was kind of taken back by that one.
Well, and it's just the American key. Just
stamp master, right?
Head on it. Yep, it's got the standard head on it just because they own them now, so they guess that's just how they do it.
So sometimes they just phone it in.
53. This one actually has some weird, like, barrel type pins in it.
Spontaneous said I'm partial to metal padlocks. The plastic ... egg. It's a lock, but hey.
Yep.
Well, you got to think for the lotto lock, there's no reason to have a metal lock. If somebody's over there smashing the lock open, you're going to hear it. And people are going to be around.
Oh no! Right? Yeah, it makes that.
Well, yeah. The plastic locks aren't there for a security feature, right? They're just for a hey, this thing's locked out. Don't touch it.
It's a safety feature.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
and if you're actively trying to attack the safety, you know, you're gonna find a way to do it, whether it's metal or plastic. So
exactly.
The way I look at it at work, that becomes a rapid resume generating event.
Yeah. Get ready for interviews.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Better have your resume polished up.
Just the first call is to HR. Hey, you guys are about to do some overtime.
Hey, remember how we locked out that big machine? Yeah, there's now a person squished underneath it.
Dude, I saw this. Oh, it was like a foundry, and they're moving, a giant bucket of molten steel.
Ooh, is that the one where it spilled over the floor?
Yeah, and the fact that everybody managed to get away is the most amazing thing about that video.
Unreal. Yeah. Wasn't the title of the video something like "Real Life: The Floor Is Lava"?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
There was a power plant, and they had slag blocking the cooling chamber where all the slag dripped down into the water. So they emptied out the water and had people go in to help remove it. And when they were removing it, it broke open, and a bunch of molten slag come down on top of them.
Oof.
And one guy had enough time to call his mom and scream and tell her he was scared.
Yuck.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I don't.
The kind of messed up shit that companies do.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, and it's also this. It's a messed up thing that companies do, obviously, but it's also a momentary stupidity.
Oh,
is something you have to fight where safety is concerned when you're doing, because
I agree.
I've been around too many guys in too many situations where they're like, yeah, let's all just go grab that. You hold that, I'll do that. It's like someone's about to lose a finger, an eye, go to the hospital, die.
This is quick and easy.
Yeah. I'll just climb up onto that 3.5-story roof and do, okay, dude, we have to think about this a little more, because if you come off that 3.5-story roof, that's very slanted, has a very rough slope. Which one of us is supposed to call your parents?
Right. No, absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Now, I say that like I'm the safe guy.
Yeah.
I'm not. But I only put myself in danger. I never allow like shit on a job site where other people start getting in danger, whether it's my decision or theirs. I don't like that.
Where'd you guys come from? There we go. Well, guys, I'm probably going to have to call her good.
Oh, I was just thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah, I've got crap I need to get done today, unfortunately.
Likewise.
It never fails. Appreciate you hopping on with me, though.
Oh, for sure, man. Thanks for having me on.
Have people hop on and BS a little bit. I need to do a little figuring out of what I want to do here. One of these times, I wouldn't mind lining up and coming up with some stuff to do some giveaways during lives.
Yep.
Got some ideas there. It may involve some 3D printing some things and a few other little items and goodies and doodads.
Let's give away Newhouse's Vice.
Oh.
I'm just seeing if you're fully off screen or not.
No, I'm here. I was getting ready to tell you guys, don't forget, at some point today, me and Rockout are doing a live. With what he's got going, I'm not sure if it'll be delayed or not yet, but I'll try to keep you guys posted.
Yep,
sweet. Look out for it, man.
That'll be cool. See if I have time to hop in on that. I know I've got the challenge lock. I'm working on some more pins. I need to work on that a bit today too, hopefully, amongst a million other things. But hey, I want to get that bad boy done so I can bless somebody with hopefully a better one than the first one. I don't even know where the first one's at now. I don't know who it went off
That
to.
happens.
Yeah,
Unless you rigidly control the path of that challenge lock, it will get lost in the wild.
I have no intentions of trying to control where they go. If anybody wants to play with them, it's out there. If you don't, well, hey, whatever. If it dies on the vine and disappears, it dies and disappears. That's not what it's about.
And both formats are part of the overall challenge lock universe.
Exactly.
Tearing this one apart and turn it into a challenge lock to send out.
I gotta kind of start doing some, so I'm gonna be bugging a bunch of people with questions. And
I have a bunch of real evil pins from Jay Gabriel. He sent me a while back.
I actually have some. Where is it? One Bumpy Locks giveaway, and I got his first challenge lock, and he included some nasty and really nasty pins to either switch it up in this or throw into another lock. So
that's my hardest part, is figuring out how to make the different pins and come up with some. The first one I did, I held the tool, my Dremel in hand, and used one hand on it, and it screwed up pins so freaking bad it was terrible. Now I'm actually using my vise, and I'm clamping them into the vise, the tool in the vise, so I can use both hands on it, and that seems to have helped a lot.
I tell you what I see most people do is they won't clamp the tool, they'll clamp the Dremel itself and then freehand the tool like a wood lathe.
Well, and that's what I'm doing. The first time I was holding the Dremel with one hand and then using the file with one hand. Yeah. The stuff I did with like a saw blade worked really well. The stuff I tried doing with a file, they were off center and it was really weird. But so now I'm using my vise to hold the tools. So I can use both hands on the files, and that seems to be working a lot better. All right, well, guys, I got to quit yakking. I got to run.
Peace out.
Yep. Thanks so much, everybody. Catch you later. Hit the like on the way out.